I'm Bobby. The silence in the boardroom was deafening as I stepped through the doors, my heels clicking sharply on the marble floor. Michael, my brother, stood frozen at the podium, his presentation remote clattering to the ground. The same boardroom that had rejected my lease application 3 years ago now displayed the portfolio of my company, Nova Retail Group, on every screen. "Thank you," I began, my voice ringing out across the stunned room. 5 years ago, I started with a small online shop, driven by a vision to revolutionize retail. Today, that vision becomes a reality. Nova Retail Group now controls the largest retail property portfolio in the region. I paused, looking directly at Michael. "And yes, that includes your luxury wing, which will be completely redesigned according to our new retail concept." Dad's hand shook as he stared at the new organizational chart with my name at the top. Mom's Hermes bag slipped from her lap. The irony of the situation was not lost on me. It all started 5 years ago, when I decided to pursue my dream of creating a new kind of shopping experience. My family comes from a well-to-do background. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, are socialites who value status and traditional success. My father, a former corporate executive, always wanted me to follow in his footsteps. My mother, on the other hand, was more concerned about my social standing. My brother, Michael, 5 years older than me, had always been the golden child in the family. He landed a high-profile job at Metro Mall early in his career and quickly climbed the corporate ladder. I, on the other hand, was content with my small online dress shop. I had a vision of integrating online and offline retail, creating a seamless shopping experience for customers. But my family saw it as a mere hobby, something that couldn't compare to Michael's achievements. One evening, I dressed in a simple black dress from my own collection and entered La Riviera, an upscale restaurant. The maitre d' glanced at my understated outfit but quickly looked away when he recognized my name on the reservation. When I sat down, Mom, wearing a diamond-studded bracelet, gestured towards me. "Bobby, finally. We were just discussing your brother's amazing news. Metro Mall's expansion is going to be incredible." Michael, in his designer suit, dominated the conversation. He talked about his plans for the new luxury wing and his executive office overlooking the plaza. Then, he turned to me with a condescending smile. "Still selling those little dresses online from your apartment, right?" The acquisition papers in my bag felt heavy. For 5 years, I had been quietly building Nova Retail Group through strategic purchases. By the next morning, Metro Mall would be mine. Dad, sipping his wine, asked, "How's the website doing?" "Must be hard competing with real stores." I sipped my water, thinking about the upcoming board meeting where I would take control of the city's largest retail empire. "We manage," I replied. Mom sighed. "Oh, honey. You could have had a real career in retail. Michael might have an opening in one of the mall shops." Michael laughed. "We always need sales associates. Something more suitable for your experience." The TV above the bar caught my attention. It was broadcasting business news about tomorrow's major retail announcement. I had kept my identity private, letting the success of my company speak for itself. Michael gestured to the screen. "Have you heard about this mysterious Nova Group buying up properties? They'd never look at something as small as your online shop." Just then, my phone buzzed. It was a message from our CFO. The final valuation of Metro Mall was $3.8 billion, and all mall leases would terminate at midnight. Michael continued, "The mall's discount section needs managers. Basic stuff, nothing complicated. Perfect for someone with your limited experience." I remembered the time, 3 years ago, when I went to Metro Mall's leasing office to pitch my retail concept. Michael had walked past me twice, pretending not to see me. The rejection letter I received said my ideas were unsuitable for their upscale clientele. Dad turned to me. "That apartment you work from is in a declining area. Maybe it's time to consider a real career." My phone buzzed again. All paperwork was finalized, and security teams were in position for the midnight changeover. As dinner wound down, Michael said, "Don't wait too long. Those sales associate positions fill up fast. With your experience, we might have to start you in the stockroom." I smiled, knowing that the new mall signs were already being installed under the cover of darkness. The next morning, as I ascended in my private elevator to the executive tower of Metro Mall, I could see Michael's office across the atrium. He was undoubtedly preparing for his big announcement about the namesake luxury wing. My assistant, Lily, appeared with a tablet. "The board is assembled. They think it's a routine meeting. Your brother just arrived and is rehearsing his presentation." I smoothed my Armani suit from my exclusive collection. The lease terminations had all been processed at midnight, and every store in the mall had received notification. Security teams were in place for any resistance. My phone lit up with texts from last night. Mom had texted, "Darling, consider Michael's offer. Online shops are so unstable." Dad had sent, "Be practical, Bobby. You need a real retail career." Through the boardroom windows, I could see Michael at the podium, gesturing grandly as he unveiled renderings of the Michael wing. "Our new luxury section will redefine shopping. No other mall in the region can compare," he was saying. Then, the board chairman interrupted, looking uncomfortable. "Before we continue with Mr. Thompson's presentation, we have an important announcement." Michael frowned, still standing at the podium. "Please welcome the CEO of Nova Retail Group, who as of this morning is the new owner of Metro Mall and all its properties." The room fell silent. Michael's composure cracked as I stepped forward. I continued, "Effective immediately, all retail leases are terminated. This includes your precious luxury wing tenants, Michael." Michael's voice cracked. "You can't. My wing, my retail partners, will need to reapply." I pulled up our new retail metrics. Our online integrated stores show 300% higher revenue than your traditional luxury outlets. As for management, I said, all executive positions will be re-evaluated based on our company's performance standards. Michael finally stepped down from the podium. "I'm the executive director of operations. You can't just..." I interrupted him, displaying the acquisition terms. As of 9 a.m. All executive positions are terminated, including the director of operations. Later that evening, as I sat in my new executive office, formerly Michael's suite, reviewing the day's headlines on the screens, Lily appeared. "Your family is here. They've been trying to reach you since the board meeting." I turned from the floor to ceiling windows overlooking my new retail empire. The mall's lights now all bore the Nova logo. "Send them in." The doors opened to reveal a very different family from last night. Michael's suit was wrinkled, and his hair was disheveled. Mom's socialite composure had crumbled, and Dad clutched a folder of Metro Mall stock certificates, now worth triple their morning value. "Bobby," Michael's voice trembled. "You can't just..." "My wing, my tenants." I gestured to the Italian leather chairs. "Please sit." Dad stepped forward. "How?" "That little online dress shop was the first of 300 properties." I pulled up our portfolio map. "While you were mocking my bedroom office, I was building the largest retail corporation in the country." Mom stammered, "But all those times we offered to help you find a real job." I replied, "I was too busy buying the malls you wanted me to work in." I showed them our acquisition history. "Did you never wonder why I kept my online shop so simple? It was the perfect cover while I built something bigger." Michael stared at his old nameplate in the outgoing box. "My luxury wing launch has been cancelled," I said. "The space will better serve as our flagship digital integration center." Mom pleaded, "You can't fire your own brother. His reputation." I pulled up the security footage from 3 years ago. When I waited 6 hours to present my retail concept, The one you called amateur hour. Michael, you deliberately ignored me. I slid papers across the desk. Your mall access has been revoked. However, I'm prepared to offer you a position. Entry-level e-commerce fulfillment. Someone needs to package online orders. Isn't that what you called more my speed? Michael accused. This is revenge. I stood up, adjusting my CEO nameplate. No, this is retail evolution. The revenge is just a bonus feature. Lily appeared with fresh reports. Online sales are up 200% since the announcement. Also, Dubai called about international expansion. I turned back to my family. About that warehouse position, Michael. I believe you said those jobs fill up fast. The silence in the room was thick. Take time to consider it. Like all retail space, vacancies are limited. As they filed out, shoulders slumped, I picked up Michael's old executive director badge. Oh, and Michael, employee discount is 10%. Not that you can afford our new luxury collection anyway. The door closed as the mall's lights twinkled below, each one a testament to my success. Sometimes, the best sales aren't made on the retail floor, they're made in boardrooms where family finally learns the price of underestimation.